Can you explain to us your kind of thought process coming in and joining the Grow, Raise, Exit program?
For me and Rachel, I think the main focus for us was how can we go from where we are in healthcare now and grow into something meaningful for the whole industry, which is kind of what we're navigating at the moment. As a startup, you're up against lots of bigger companies, you're doing something disruptive, trying to make a change. And in the NHS in particular, that can be challenging. And with all of the experience that the grafter has and you've had in your career, we felt actually there's an opportunity to learn a lot and move forwards quickly. And I know you like to move quickly. So
I like to move very quickly.
That was one of the deciding factors for us joining.
And having gone through the programme for the last sort of 14 weeks, what's your reflection? Has it kind of lived up to what you thought was going to happen? Is it different in certain ways?
That's a really interesting question, in that I think when you start out on these things, you think there's going to be a certain structure. But actually, some of the best working relationships we've ever had is when you do what you need to do as a smaller company and as a growing company, and it can be totally different from what you plan. And this was exactly like that. So we didn't necessarily go down the path we thought, but it was adapting to what we needed at the time. And off the back of it, as you know, we're achieving some really exciting things, and it wouldn't have been without the conversations we're having. So
it's fascinating because every founder that I've spoken to so far who's been working with me has said that they've gone off on a mad one and haven't entirely followed the process. So I'm putting that down as a positive.
I take it as positive.
But I think some people think they're going to have to laboriously follow a program, and that is not what it's about. It's about understanding the business, understanding the founder and the team, founders and the team, and then making, serving up the knowledge and experience depending upon what's needed at that time.
I think there's having a playbook there, and there's having all that experience and knowledge that we all take for granted, but at the same time responding to the reality of what's going on. And it's just finding that balance of not just winging it completely. Sometimes you've got to do that, but actually, there are ways of doing things and navigating, and that's kind of how this works. And it's just different from just doing an academic project for the sake of doing a project. It's actually
real life has a tendency to be a little livelier in that. And in way of priorities for CardMedic, what does sort of 2025 hold?
So we've just got some really exciting news through about where we're going with some funding and some partnerships that we've just forged. And I think your support in that has really helped us to move it along faster. So year ahead is pushing those along and then making quite a splash in the industry as to how we can make a difference ultimately to patients and clinicians, but here and now, the support we've had has really allowed us to do that. Bang, bang, get your style and this shit go.